What are we gonna watch?
Tiger Talk!
Welcome to Tiger Talk, episode 30. We finally have made it to our 30s. I feel good about it. Who won that? We had a big game. Does anyone know who won? Oh, I guess that answers the question. 20 years of the rivalry series, and we've got a trophy there. It looks good. You better take that down, Dorian, because people want to see your face. We're over that. We have really friends of the show, Becca. I can even do this introduction because I know we've got Cody and Dorian that are basically friends of the show.
And do you know who this guy is?
And we've got Coach Nate Moore as well, and Becca. I introduced everyone. I'm Scott Ryan. We're all tired. It's been a crazy week. Let's start with you, Coach. What's it going to be like today to have to eat a meal off a plate that didn't get scooped from a cafeteria style smorgasbord?
Good. It'll feel good. It's that week is a lot of fun in a lot of ways, and we look forward to it. But it feels good to be able to put that behind us with a win and move forward now into week 11 of the playoffs.
I was lucky enough to come with you guys on some of the events. I couldn't do them all because I have a life, but I went to quite a few of them, and it's just like one after another. Get up, and the players are there, and the band is there, and it was insane.
And cheerleaders.
Yeah, the cheerleaders and all that stuff.
I went to 3 pep rallies in one day with the cheerleaders and the VIs. I was like, this is crazy for them too. But they did such a great job.
Yeah, I mean, there's the Canton Baptist breakfast, Touchdown Club, Booster Club, then a parade. What was it like for you, Cody and Dorian, to make it through that week? We'll get to the game. Let's keep the game aside, but just the preamble.
So like to get through that week, it's obviously a lot of stuff during like school time and everything. So like besides the game, like part of the thing that makes the week hard is just like staying up with your schoolwork and just making sure everything's turned in, even if you have to miss school.
Right. What about you, Dorian?
Yeah, I feel like missing school is like the hardest part about the week, but it's like overall it's still like a good time for the week. We have a really good time with the football players. Now all the like events we go to, I feel like we have a great time.
Yeah, I thought that the prayer breakfast was the strangest event. I had never been to that. Thanks for letting me go. I really wanted to go up to the speaker, not to criticize, but just say possibly don't give a speech to a bunch of football players on the biggest game of their week where the message is football's not important. I just was a strange idea. That's what I took away from that. I really wanted to go up to him and like, know your audience, maybe.
But you got Chick-fil-A.
I did walk away with the $10 Chick-fil-A, as did Dorian and Cody. Did you guys use yours yet?
No, not yet.
He got breakfast right after that.
You used it that day, Dorian?
No.
Yeah.
You did. I like it. What'd you get?
2 chicken biscuits and hash browns.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm getting yet, but both Coach Moores told me you're not going to get a gift card. It's just for the kids. And we went through the line. They gave one to the player, didn't give one to Becca. Gave one to the player, didn't give one to Nate. Gave one to Ella. And then it was my turn, and I said, could I have one? And the guy said, I guess. $10 for section 14. So that was my highlight of the week. What about you, Becca? What was it like for you to go through that week?
I don't know. I just every week, every year, I'm like, am I tireder this year than I was the year before? I don't know. I think it's a lot. But I think, it's for the community. A lot of good was done with the blood drive and the food drive, and a lot of good comes out from going to those things. Like I guess I didn't. The Rotary Club on Friday we went to. One year it's in Canton, one year it's in Massillon, and they give a lot back to communities and do stuff. So they do a bet with each other, right? Is that what they said? They do a bet with each other. So a lot of good does come out of this game. I was excited to see that Cody Fair won the award with the Marines. You could explain it better.
Cody, tell us about that. What'd you win?
So basically I won, I think it was called Scholar Athlete. It's a scholarship. I want to say it's cash scholarship. And then they awarded it to me at the game right before coin toss. And then I have another chance to win an additional amount. I think every rivalry game there's a scholar athlete for each team, and then at the end of all the rivalry games, everyone can vote, and whoever gets the top 25 most votes gets an additional scholarship on top of it.
All right, Tiger Nation, there we go. We have something to band together with. When that link comes out, Cody, make sure you tag me. I'm at Scott Luck Story, and tag Becca, and we'll get that out. I want Cody to win that because he's taking that cash and he's buying Chick-fil-A for everyone. That's what
it's a scholarship.
I misunderstood. I apologize.
I like that. I do like that. And actually my favorite is really the team breakfast on Saturday morning, because I feel like the Eagles always outdo themselves for our guys. And I get, they usually let me serve the water and orange juice, and I enjoy that part. So I like to see all the guys, they always seem focused. They're eating well, and it's just nice. The community, the Eagles do a fantastic job with our guys. So that's literally my favorite part of the week.
And if people want to see that, there's a video up at our Tiger Talk YouTube that shows my morning versus Becca morning. So you can take a look at that as well. Let's move to the game. I think, Dorian, that was your longest touchdown run. Am I correct? Oh, it wasn't. What's your longest?
Valdosta, 21 yards.
And this was 19?
18.
18. Tell me about the touchdown run.
Well, I just got the ball, followed my blockers. The hole was there, broke a tackle, ran to the outside, got in the end zone. Pretty much it.
Did you rewatch the game, Scott?
I did. I'm pretty sure. Yes, I have lots to say about it, but I'm trying to behave. Yeah.
Did you hear the reporters say, I think they just played rock, paper, scissors to see who could carry the ball?
Yes, and later, was it that play they were talking about?
That was another. Did you guys do rock?
Did you play rock, paper, scissors, Dorian?
Yeah, but I ended up losing, but I still took the ball.
I like that. That is very fun. Yeah, I wasn't so pro the announcers. It wasn't very balanced, to say the least. And I'll defend WTIG. They're probably not the most balanced announcers, but the name of the station is WTIG. They're upfront about it. If you want to pretend you're a news organization that represents the county, possibly represent the county. I'm not saying you can't root against Massillon. In fact, that's part of living in Stark County. But when you're covering a game, you maybe when Massillon does good, it wasn't like a fluke. It's not a chunk play. I don't know. I thought it wasn't the worst thing I saw that day, but it was kind of offensive to me. Cody, you had a great sack. How was that for you? Tell us about that play.
So basically, I was spying the quarterback, so just I follow him wherever he goes, and he rolled out. I just ran after him, and I actually thought he was gonna throw the ball out of bounds, but he ended up not throwing it, so I just tackled him.
How hard is it for you when you're coming up there? If he throws that ball, you're not allowed to hit him. And if he doesn't, you can. You have to make that decision in 1 second. So, what's your thought process at that point?
I mean, I don't know if it just depends on how close I am, really. If I'm close enough where I think I could have got there, I just hit him. But sometimes I can slow down. I think earlier in the season I had a penalty because I hit the quarterback a little late. But I mean, I think it's all up to the refs. I just play as fast as I can.
How soon can you call it off?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just think it's amazing, like, because you have to have that decision. Dorian, what about you? When you're going in, you have the most sacks. So obviously you must have an idea what are you looking for to know I don't want to get a penalty? I mean, I don't know if anyone cares about that anymore, but he's just misbehaving and he's trying so hard. What is it like for you, Dorian?
I feel like when I get to the quarterback, I just sack him if you got the ball. If you don't get the ball, I just don't sack him. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, I have a feeling I would be the worst football player because I would overthink everything, not to mention that I'm, skinny and weak. And I actually tried to do a pull-up for Maslin and I couldn't do one. I had my son film. He did like 19 or something. I was going to put it in that video, but it got cut because it was too embarrassing. I do what I can for Tiger Talk. I'm going to try to do a pull-up. I don't know. Do I do it this way or this way? A little bag? Hey, it doesn't matter. Like a bag? Whatever you want. Like a bag? What if you can't do any? Ah, dang. I'll add one just for you. No. I couldn't do one. All right, Coach, tell us about the game. What?
I do have to say
Becca,
something. One of my favorite too in rewatching the game was when Dorian and Big Mike lined up, and they're like, "Well, are they going to pass out to one of these big boys?" I mean, like, I don't think so. I mean, that's a lot of weight back there. Can these guys run? And then they run it for a touchdown. So I just want to say they thought you were too big of boys to move like that. So that was fun.
I'm not even that big.
I did chuckle. I think it went to Big Mike.
I think they were talking about Mike.
Oh,
yeah. But it was pretty good. But they were trying to decide, like, were you 210 and Big Mike 250, 260? It was fun to listen to that.
Was it fun? It was fun.
I laughed a couple times.
I thought it was real disappointing. Coach, tell us about the game. What do you got to say about it?
I'm just proud of our guys for how they played. We're done without some penalties, but happy with how they played and 35-0 win and that game is special. And it's a shame we didn't get to celebrate properly at the end of the game. But we have bigger goals than that, anyways. So we're turning the page and moving on.
Have you talked to Antonio Hall since the game?
I've not.
I'd like it if you guys did talk before next year, but I'm gonna move on but we'll come back to this on the last Tiger Talk. But a plane's going over my house right now. And so even the sound is trying to silence me, but I'm behaving as best as a Section 14 fan can. I've never heard of this Grove City team that we're playing. Well, first of all, wait a minute. We got to talk about going downtown. I'm so sorry. Cody and Dorian, what was it like to go downtown after winning and see everyone?
I mean, that was my like third time going down, or my second time going downtown after the game. And it's just I like it because you get to see like your family and your friends, and you get to see just like the whole town come down. You get to see everybody that came out to watch the game and support you. And it's just great to see how many people care about like the team and came to the game.
What about you, Dorian?
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's great to see like all the whole atmosphere and like all the people that came and watched you and watched the team, and just to have fun and take pictures with your friends and family.
And a shout out to JP Simon's mom, because she is always the first person there when Coach Moore gets off the bus, and I just love it because she always makes sure she's right there, and it's really fun. It's fun to see her because she's such a sweet lady.
Yeah. What's it like for you, Coach? Do you is that the end of the week for you? Is that when you enjoy that moment, or is it not? Does it happen at the game for you?
I mean, it definitely happens at the game when usually, you know, at the end of the game. But I do love our trip downtown. I love playing the game at our place at Paul Brown, but I also love playing the game in Canton, in part because of the trip downtown. It was fun to see Dwan Owens get his first experience with the downtown scene after a game like that, and because it makes me remember my first time.
Right.
And I'll remember that, till the day I die, probably seeing everybody just pour out of the establishments downtown as we pull up and stop, and see the excitement on everybody's faces. And it is special. It's Madison's full of traditions, and I hope those keep going forever. And that's a really, really special one.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about that whole week, is that it is special and it is a rivalry, and we want to keep that. And that all happens from respect. And that's what we want to see that continues. Respect the traditions and uphold them, which is very important to a lifelong Tiger fan like myself. Anything else, Becca, from the week? Anything you have to say?
Nope, I enjoyed it. I'm ready to move on.
All right, so let's go to Grove City. I've not heard of this team before. What can you tell us about them, Coach?
Well, they are the 16th seed in our region. So that's what lays before us. They're 4-6, with a couple really bad losses. They have won 2 out of their last 3, so they've got that going for them, which is nice. They do have a Navy commit at running back and safety. They have a lot of guys that play on both sides of the ball, especially skill positions. Probably their 2 safeties are their 2 best players. Offensively, it's the running back. So should make for a fun week.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. I mean, I wish that in the off season something could happen to make the playoffs go back to 8 games or 8 teams instead of 16. Like, I never checked where we were. I mean, I know we were undefeated, but we always knew we were going to make the playoffs. I saw Ignatius made it and they went 1-8. Like, that's not what the playoffs should be. I just wish it wasn't that way, but there's nothing we can do about it. We just play the game, right?
That's it.
And we get to play for 2 weeks at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. So Cody and Pringle get another shot, to play in, 2 more weeks, hopefully, to play in Paul Brown Tiger Stadium.
Yep.
1 week at a time.
Definitely. So, all right. Well, we'll keep it short on this episode. I appreciate you guys doing everything you did this week. I saw all that all of you had to do, and I was tired last night, man. I slept for like 10 hours. You guys just sleep tonight. Everyone go to sleep. I'm sure if you need a note for school, let me know. I'll write it for you. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Appreciate it.
All right, until next time, TIG.
ERS.